I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 six-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.
That's right. Absolutely free. How are you guys doing? Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. We got a lot in store for today. We got a big show. I keep telling you guys, every day we could do a 8-hour show and we would have all the content filled without any issues, guys. Happy Friday. Happy Super Bowl weekend starting. So hopefully, whether you like the Super Bowl or not, hopefully you like to eat. And we do. We're going to do an appetizer for food for the Super Bowl. And we're excited. You know, the bacon wrapped jalapenos, the buffalo chicken dip, all the good stuff. And welcome in everybody who's joining on. Please share this out. We got a lot to talk about today. USAID, USAID, letters coming off the building. We got Democrats panicking, Democrats at the Department of Education this morning. We'll get into that. It's so amazing they care about children now when it comes to defunding bureaucracy, not defunding education, but defunding bureaucracy. And that's exactly what some folks are doing right now. Also have some information on big balls. We're going to talk about big balls today since CNN thought it was so important and such a big deal that a 16-year-old used a nickname like big balls or a screen name on the internet. We're also going to talk about Japan's prime minister meeting with Trump today, what he announced, and just a lot of great breaking developments. All kind of goodies to go on. Trump's new executive order, which I know some of you places in the liberal areas will really like. Also, the fact that some governors, mayors are pushing back on the Trump's administration when it comes to the ban of gender mutilation. Imagine that. The ban on gender mutilation. Just a whole bunch of stuff. You want to talk about somebody that needs to be deported? Wait until I show you the video of the person who desecrated the American flag, threw it in mud, and then told the police officers, because someone's seen what was going on, told the police officers that her people were going to kill them. That happened in Bakersfield, California, guys. Bakersfield, California, not too far away. Again, there is so many radicals in the Democrat Party. I don't even know what these folks are doing. Let me refresh this here. There we go. We got chats now. Susan, Jan Garner, Nola, Hunter, Deb V, Sugar Bear, Betsy Ross, Micro Taz is in the house. Thank you all for tuning in. And in about an hour, we will be doing our raffle. I'll go through that here in a minute when we have more people on board. But welcome. First off, I'm going to start the show today and end the show today. I seen some messages this morning, and I tried to get it clarified that Ben Martin was removed from his jail cell at 3 a.m. So I contacted Ben Martin's wife, and at 3 a.m., they removed Ben Martin. That is still a J6 political prisoner from his cell. And he didn't know what happened. He was distraught. He was asleep. And he told some other people in the jail, hey, get a hold of my family. I don't know what's going on. And one of the people that seen what was going on, one of the other cellmates there, seen some of the paperwork or got a glimpse of it, and it said airlift. Now, originally, when it was airlift, it's been going out on the internet. I think a lot of people thought the airlift was to a hospital. It looks like they are transferring him gels. One of his children was actually flying in today to do a 4:30 visit this afternoon with Ben Martin, and of course, the same standards. They're not standards, but you know what I mean. The same standards that the Department of Justice applied when they were abusing our J6 inmates is the same thing they're doing to Ben Martin. Nobody knows where he is. At least I haven't got a call in the last hour. I've been working on the show. But please say a prayer for Ben Martin. They are thinking that he is being flown out of state to another prison away from his family. Because, you know, that's what they want to do. They want to isolate these people. And again, I will at the end put a phone number up to call, and you need to contact. I'll do all the contacts at the end of the show so we don't get distracted here. But again, say a prayer for Benjamin Martin and his family, J6 political prisoner. Again, he had to turn himself in on January 21st, literally less than 24 hours after he received a pardon from President Trump. I know there's people in the Trump administration that are aware of this, but we'll get into more details at the end of the show. So please, guys, if you can, pray. And we'll give you the information at the end of the show where to call or some of the numbers to call. So let's get into some whacked out stuff. I seen this morning. This is making its rounds. It looks like two Trump supporters who had a diesel pusher, one of those buses that, you know, we see them when we go to rallies all the time that are wrapped with Trump, parked on the easement, not in a parking lot of an establishment. When they did that, they ordered food. They had ordered food at this establishment. This is Berry Fresh, Berry, Berry Fresh, in Jupiter, Florida. And I'm going to go ahead and play this here. This is just insane.
So I just spoke to the owner of the restaurant.
Who, Mitch?
Spoke to the owner of the restaurant.
Mitch.
And we're not politically affiliated with anybody. We're trying to run a business. Right. So we would appreciate if you can move the bus off of our property and not hand out politically affiliated.
Well, I did approach me, but so that, but
right yeah, they there, actually came to us.
Wait, that property is actually an easement. Not your property.
Well, so here's the thing. I can ask you nicely to leave, or I can get the police involved. I'd rather not.
You can call.
I would definitely rather not because
I'm not moving the motor on.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
All right. Try to be nice about it.
Right here. So I get it, but I mean, not really, because you're one of your customers.
And that's not your property either.
I understand that, but we're a politically neutral business, and
so,
you walking around.
Is that Mitch's property?
Politically neutral, huh? From the looks of things, you don't look too politically neutral, sweetheart. So she literally got them up from the table. Got them up from the table to take them away from the table to tell them this. Listen.
Yes or no? Is that Mitch's property? Yes or no? All right, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so is this sidewalk your property?
Yes.
It is the
sidewalk with the tables there.
So they own the property.
It's their property. Yes. They're asking you to leave. I'm going to ask you to leave. Okay. I'm going to try to leave. I'm going to make you leave. So let's just go with the ask.
And I would also like to bus you.
Yeah. You can't park.
That's illegally processed.
I got it here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So we'll stand out there in the sidewalk.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
Make sure you're in a parking spot or whatever.
Well, where do you park something like that?
That's a very good question. You can't park it there. It's a fire lane.
Well, but what about the guy parking behind you right
he's probably a pickup order. Yeah. If they complain about that, we'll tell him.
I understand you're just doing your job, man. You're not.
Exactly.
You don't want to bitch about this. I know you got better things to do.
I agree with you there.
Seriously, we're just trying to have breakfast and enjoy our breakfast
Okay,
here. And
so let's just kind of pick this up where left off. The lady, as I'm sitting here with no Trump hat, walks in here and starts saying, "Piece of shit." Okay, wait,
I know.
okay, on and on and on. So then, that wasn't enough for her. She left, probably complained to them. She comes out, kind of starts, doesn't say piece of shit, but kind of saying routine, right? So at the end of the day, we're having breakfast, paid for. So now she calls the police, wants you to have us leave, right? And you're saying that we have to leave because they own this.
It's their responsibility up to the curb. Yeah.
Well, what about, like, let's say, right down there, the same sidewalk,
As long as my gym didn't complain, yeah.
which might be also, yeah.
No,
it's named My Gym.
oh, my gym, the business.
That's the name.
And they called to complain, and I would come back, and I would
So this isn't public right away, right?
not to this edge, no.
Oh, right
And then
to
this
there.
is actually a private parking lot. I'm sure the HOA is going to be calling us soon, and they're going to make us trespass.
Okay, well, I guess we'll wait for the HOA if we have to. But anyway, okay, well, that's what you're asking. That's what I did.
All right, appreciate it.
So again, Berry Fresh Cafe out of Jupiter, Florida, making their rounds today. Those people were not doing anything wrong. It's really unfortunate that, again, in a society, I'm just going to tell you right now, guys. I run this business. I have the t-shirt sales, the website, and I wouldn't stop somebody who disagrees with me politically from spending money with me. I'm a capitalist, but it seems like this place really wants to dig themselves a hole, and they are making a name for themselves. Those people, you could tell how they were with the police. You could tell how they were with everybody else. They weren't trying to cause an issue. There was a triggered person, and hopefully that place pays the consequences. It sounds like the owner's name might be Mitch. That's Berry Fresh Cafe in Jupiter, Florida. So I don't know if you have any apps that you like to rate companies as, but I just wouldn't be one to rate a company that high if that's what I did. You guys, we're covering some stuff right now, and this was epic. We got a couple epic news things. You remember we covered Rep. Al Green saying that he was going to impeach Trump again, that he's going to do the articles of impeachment, and even even Democrats, I said the kids, even the Democrats were like, dude, really? This again? Listen to this when he was on C-SPAN, and I want you to listen to this caller.
The president should be impeached. I said that on the floor of the House. He should be impeached, but I'm not saying that it would be necessarily for what happened in Gaza. There's a target-rich environment. There are many things that may be placed in these articles of impeachment, but it should be because he's unfit to be president. Unfit. And when these impeachment signs start going up around the country, when people see these signs, I assure you, the pressure is going to be on Congress to do something. Impeachment doesn't mean that he will be removed from office, but it will say to the country that this is what we stand for. It's been said that the protests don't have a plan. Well, the plan is here. This is the plan. Protest, complain now, impeach later.
Let's get to calls because the lines have lit up. Richard in Savannah, Georgia, Republican. You're up first, Richard.
Thank you. I watched you yesterday with the Democrat Party out protesting everything that Elon Musk is trying to do for the American people. The USAID is a 100% a money laundering scheme around the world, kickbacks back to the Democrat Party, whether it's through the Clinton Foundation in Haiti, $4.4 billion and $84 million went to her daughter, Chelsea Clinton. All y'all have is impeachments and race and gender, et cetera, and you actually do nothing for the people of America today. I think the Democrats should sit back and let America see what it's like to reduce the people in government, the wasteful spending. And all y'all can do is just complain and be negative, and we're sick of it.
Oh man, I just love his face right there. That dude did an excellent job. The Republican from Georgia. I don't think it's only Republicans. I could tell you it's some of the Democrats as well. When the Democrats parties, like, you know, the 80s liberals, the ones that used to be a little bit normal, they know it's just a show, and we're going to talk about the show. But last night, and I did a TikTok live for a little bit last night, guys, and I don't do them very often. And it was kind of actually interesting. Some of you folks were actually in that TikTok live. Thank you for joining me. I'll probably be doing those more. But one of the things that we were doing is making fun of CNN. And we even had people on there that said, "Oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Where are you at now?" And we tell them Rumble. So maybe they're in here today. Hopefully we got some people that found us. I want you to listen. So there's been a fury from the left about one of the Doge staffers who said some things online that they didn't like, and we'll get into that a little bit. But I want you to watch this news article, and we're going to cover some of this. Listen.
Yes, so this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside Doge. And we looked into his background. And so we found, several notable things, Aaron, one of which is that this individual has founded multiple companies, including one with another unfortunate name, Tesla.Sexy LLC, which he established in 2021. He would have been around 16 years old.
Oh my God, Big Balls at 16 years old already had an LLC, and this is what's amazing. They discriminate against everything they can. All the things that the left says we shouldn't discriminate. So he's a high school graduate and only 19 years old. Oh my gosh. Wow. And he's already got multiple businesses at 19 years old. LLC. Sexy Tesla. Oh my gosh. How is he anywhere near the government? And just the big ball statement. I laughed so hard. I want to play this again, and if it'll let me here.
Yes, so this is a 19-year-old high school graduate who has used the unfortunate nickname Big Balls online. So that would be one way that we could refer to him. He is now working at Musk's behest inside.
So again, it's just hilarious, man. I was like, Big Balls is back in business. So there's been a lot of talk. This person had said some stuff online that would be considered racist. So people came out to his defense, but mainstream media wanted him canceled. You remember the cancel culture that used to exist because of all these people that don't know which restroom to use, just always having their cult flag with them everywhere they go. They thought they were going to get this guy canceled. And for a little while, it appeared that way. And there was some funny things coming out, some AI images, which I know we're going to see at a protest. But, like when we make fun of the left, the mentally ill that are out protesting, this is just hilarious. No one elected Big Balls. Democrats don't even know what big balls are. This is the party that wants to remove balls from males. So Trump was asked, let me do this one first. JD Vance put this out today. Here's my view. I obviously disagree with some of Ella's posts, but I don't think stupid social media activity should ruin a kid's life. We should reward journalists. We shouldn't reward journalists who try to destroy people ever. So I say bring him back. If he's a bad dude or a terrible member of the team, fire him for that. And that was after Elon Musk put out a poll. Bring back Dodge staffer who made inappropriate statements via now deleted pseudonym. And then you got Raskin. Which posts do you disagree with? They're claiming these are some of his posts. Normalize Indian hate. Now I think it's interesting. J.D. Vance is married to an Indian. His children are half Indian. And he's saying the guy made some stupid post. Why destroy him? Why allow cancel culture media that does nothing for America except destroy American? Allow this. I was racist before it was cool. This is what Raskin said. I would not mind if all of Gaza and Israel were both mopped off the face of the earth. Actually, I don't think that's racist in the sense of, I think a lot of people are tired of a lot of the crap that goes on in the Middle East. I know people that aren't political, that are political, that said, get rid of them all, right? It's just something. Or another thing, you could not pay me to marry outside of my ethnicity. I wonder now, if you're a certain ethnic background, I mean, there's a lot of actually, let's bring up Indians, for instance. If you're traditional Indian, your father does not want you marrying outside your race, and that's okay. Guess what? It doesn't hurt my feelings. My poor little white boy self won't have an Indian woman, right? Oh no. But again, they pick and choose what they want to go after. And then Trump was asked during a press conference today, and we're going to have some stuff here about Trump's press conference. Take a look at this.
Part of this Doge cost-cutting effort, one of the Doge engineers was fired for some inappropriate posts. The vice president says, what do you say?
I don't know about the particular thing, but if the vice president said that, did you say that? I'm with the vice president.
So the vice president said, bring him back. And they asked Trump, well, what do you say? He looked at the vice president. You say that? I'm all on board. So, which I find was just absolutely amazing how we're seeing a turn of events here. And before I get into that, nobody on the Democrat Party called for somebody who has gotten rich off the taxpayer when she lied about being Indian to get federal grant money, to get into certain colleges, to advance her career. How many remember this? Well, we're just going to bring it up, show the hypocrisy. Hold on.
So, Senator, why did you list yourself as an American Indian on this Texas bar application?
So this was about 30 years ago, and I am not a tribal citizen. Tribes and only tribes determine citizenship. When I was growing up in Oklahoma, I learned about my family the same way most people do. My brothers and I learned from our mom and our dad and our brothers and our sisters, and those were our family stories. But that said, there really is an important distinction of tribal citizenship. I am not a member of a tribe, and I have apologized for not being more sensitive to that distinction. It's an important distinction.
The president has made the case that you've used this part of your background to get ahead. Are you saying that this is something you fundamentally believed about yourself, or how do you respond to that criticism that this was a knowing attempt to get ahead by using that claim of ancestry?
So that is a claim that has been fully investigated, and it has now been shown completely that nothing about my background ever had anything to do with any job I got in any place. It's been fully documented.
I remember this, and I just thought it was exciting to see the proof that white people had to lie in order to get ahead in this country. Even as far back as 30 years ago, there was incentives to not being white. It's just hilarious. And so the American people looks like they have spoke. Elon Musk, check this out. He will be brought back. To err is human, to forgive divine. And he puts JD Vance's again, it will be a lifelong lesson for this for this young man. But quit picking on big balls. I was almost like, man, this is, I'm going to tell you, when I seen this last night, I was like, you know what? This could be as big as Let's Go Brandon. Remember when Let's Go Brandon happened? And the reporter, they were chanting F Joe Biden. And the reporter said, well, listen to the crowd there. They're saying, let's go Brandon. They had nothing to do with Brandon. I caught that right when it happened. We posted it on X. And that night, we put up Let's Go Brandon t-shirts. And probably one of the first people to do so. And for years, those t-shirts sold from our website. But last night, I was laughing so hard. I just couldn't believe what area we are in right now. I mean, we know Democrats lie. We know that they're pushing a lot of propaganda. We know they're scared as hell right now with Elon Musk's Doge investigations that's going on. They're not getting your personal information. They could care less about you, but they do want to see where your tax dollars are going. And I thought this was great. You can't make this up. This is how stupid. I thought, are they purposely lying on this next post I'm going to show you? Or are they just that stupid? This one's Jasmine Crockett. So I'm going to go with she's just that stupid. We've covered her for quite a while now. Just that stupid. She goes, she shared a Forbes report. So it turns out when you don't go woke, you go broke. Trump's new DEI, dying economy and inflation. It's only 2 weeks in and Trump is making America broke again. You can't make this up, guys. And this Forbes says January jobs report reveals weaker growth than predicted. Weakest start to year since 2016. Take a look at that. If she would have went a little bit farther in this post, this only went to January 12th. They were talking about the first 12 days of January. You know when Trump was inaugurated? January 20th. There was so many Democrats out there sharing this. And I love Trump War Room shared this. So it turns out that Jasmine Crockett is dumber than we originally had thought. The jobs report is based solely on data from before President Trump's inauguration. But again, there are so many people. There is fake news running with this. This is what people on their 5 and 6 o'clock news will be. This is the soundbite they will get. I consider it a win, guys. I consider it a win. Billions of dollars already been cut out of our tax dollars spending money. Trump has said some incredible things. Elon has said some incredible things. And when it comes to cutting down the way our tax dollars is being spent, I never thought I would see this in my lifetime. We know that our government was created to be a limited government, not over 10,000 employees providing what they want to call aid to other countries. And now that we are literally tearing that down, the left don't know what to do. The left don't know what to do. Hey, we are 30 minutes in here before I get to my next story. We are doing our raffle at the end of today's show. We got it all set up on here. So I said I would add something. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit. The way we fund, pay bills, everything we do here, lights, camera, action, is your 100% viewer funded. So let me show you what the raffle items are. These are some of the souvenirs that we got from DC when we went for the inauguration. One of them is an inauguration keychain right here. See if you can see that. It says inauguration. A pin from that inauguration 2025. This little pin here, it says Trump, fight, fight, fight. And something that I thought was really cool. Somebody didn't want to get rid of, but we got to do it to keep moving forward, right? When we were outside the DC Gulag, when the DC Gulag was refusing to release pardoned political prisoners that Trump had just pardoned, on day 2, Eli Crane came out and was demanding their release. He was doing everything he could to get these folks released. When I shook his hand, he gave us this congressional coin here, one of his coins. And on one side, it says, "We the people." It says, "Evil triumphs when good men do nothing." Arizona OT 02, 118th Congress. And then it says, "Congressman Eli Crane, United States House of Representatives," on the other side. So this congressional coin is also going. We also got this. I know some of you might like Trump. This was actually one of, it's a Trump pin right here. This is, Jan Garner sent us some of these, and I've handed some out to some good patriots, and I was like, we're going to add that. A autographed Oreo Express hat. It's the Make Speech Free again. You get to choose from red, camo, or pink. Make Speech Free again hat. It doesn't have to be autographed. Something that is special, because this right here, I wear every day. Every day. You see that bracelet? Well, I had one left. And this is J4J6. Justice for Ashley is justice for all. That's what it says here on this bracelet. That is going with this. I think that's a time now. We still have some political prisoners, but there also needs to be justice for Ashley Babbitt for sure. And then, which will include free shipping. Where'd it go? I close it. So, and a $30 gift card to the OreoExpress.com. So anything $30 or less, I will include free shipping on that. So you can get something like one of my favorites, which is up right here. Check that out. My shirt that I always wear. It's the ending of a nightmare. And we got inauguration shirts. We got Trump 1 stuff. There's so much stuff that we have on there. So it will include a $30 gift card as well. If you guys want to get in, every $10 donation gets you in one time. Check that out. Ending of a nightmare. This is one of my favorite shirts that we've ever done, and I love the material as well. But if you do a $20 donation, you get 2 entries. And the way to do that is either Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. Or if you use Zelle, you can go to our website, theoreoexpress.com. And when you go to our website, you scroll down, there's a donate now button. It'll have all those links, and you guys have about 45 minutes to enter right now. So that's Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, and GiveSendGo.com. You can also do a Rumble rant on here. So I appreciate you all. Again, we've been 100% viewer funded for years now, and we want to continue bringing you guys live breaking coverage from when we're out on the road, and bringing you our show daily, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturday. So thank you very much for everybody that did that. I heard 2 dings, so I think we got 2 people that jumped in right now. Katie May, she's in for 5, and Aurelia in for 4. There you go, guys. There you go. So we got some more folks in. Thank you guys more than you know. And again, we will be doing that. We'll be adding their names at the end of the show, and we'll be rocking and rolling. And if you went through a different service that didn't give me an alert, no worries. I'm going to check them all, Zelle and everything else, before we get moving here. Oh, one more on Cash App. Let's see. Kathy's in. Kathy's in. Kathy's crazy. Kathy's crazy. You got to watch out for that one. So we're going to move on now that we know that that Jasmine Crockett was 100% incorrect. Jan Garner is in for 3. Let me add Jan Garner in there. Oh, where'd my other one go? Jan Garner in for 3. I'm going to write this down a little bit. It's Friday. We are in no hurry. I'm always ADD and moving along the show. You know that. And my ping goes out on Jan. And then I think we got one more Venmo. Chris, Bandit 1 in the house. Bandit 1's getting in on it. Bandit 1's getting in on it. Thank you guys more than you know. Appreciate you. Now, I want you to listen to, again, we played that CNN about big balls. And you know what? Maybe we will do like never cancel big balls shirt. I don't know yet. I haven't played around. I got to do invitations for Caden's birthday that's coming up in March. So maybe when I'm on my little designer thing, I'll design a t-shirt. Listen to this. Listen to what they are saying on CNN. The Democrats have lost their mind. The fake news has lost their mind. They don't know which end is up.
Why is he in charge? Into my company, you would like for you even go here, and I say that all the time. Why is this man who is not really a part of this country and its plans, especially when we're talking about?
How is this man who's really not a part of this country? Listen to what Democrats are saying. Whenever you put Democrats on their heels, their racism comes out. Their bigotedness. And I think this is great because the people that shouldn't be in the country are actually people that are not paying taxes in this country, that are here illegally. And I'm telling you guys, at the end of the show, you see this video out of Bakersfield, you'll want to drive to Bakersfield and deport this bitch. And I don't say that very, very often, quickly. But listen, this is CNN. This is CNN. And listen to what they say. I want to play it again.
With why is he in charge?
Into my company,
you would like for you, and I say this with all due respect, he doesn't even go here, and I say that all the time. Why is this man who is not really a part of this country and its plans, especially when we're talking about birthrights and every other aspect, why is he in charge of our government?
What do you mean he's not part of this country?
He's not from here. He's not. He doesn't even go here. That's the whole joke.
Born here.
I love it. I love it. My gosh. Is this a right-wing Nazi over here on CNN? I mean, they're saying deport Elon now.
You can't be a part of the government.
What I'm saying is they run on that. That is their big thing. Go back home to where you belong.
Elon's proud to be here in America. He's proud to have his business here. He's proud to be American.
Why are you so adamant in defending someone? Why are you adamant in defending someone who doesn't have anything to do with our government?
Because once again, you asked what his qualifications are.
Please
I reminded you, he's the smartest, richest, and one of the most successful people in the world.
What does that mean?
Brilliant. I think most people in this country would be proud to have him doing what he's doing. You talk about people being fired that are supposed to do this. None of them have done their job. Where have they been the past 30 years that all of this has been going on? Where?
Oh, she hammers him. What is that supposed to mean? Well, just to give you, he's very smart. Look at every company he touches. Look at his innovation. The government literally has to contract with one of his businesses because we got astronauts stuck on a space station right now because of all our DEI hiring. That's why. This is just incredible. And I don't know if she's in here. Someone said happy early birthday, Pixie 23. Happy early birthday. But who was it? Sansia. I believe today is Sansia's birthday. Happy birthday. I know what your plans are. I won't put it out here. But I talked to some people and, I got people. And I hope you have a good dinner. Happy birthday, Sansia. And thank you for everything you do as a patriot and for the J6ers. I know you'll never get the appreciation you deserve. None of us ever will, but thank you. And I hope you enjoy dinner. You're going to have some great folks at dinner with you. I'm glad I didn't forget about that. I always forget about stuff in the show. So we have some executive orders that are going on, and we told you that some of those executive orders would be defied by California, these crazy governors that want gender mutilation, that wants wokeness in the schools and everything else. One of those things is some of these teachers that are paid for by you, the taxpayer, Libs of TikTok posted this. Says this is an actual teacher at EHTNJ schools in New Jersey. He allegedly wears a trans right shirt to school and wants to discuss assassination. This is who is teaching your kids. The school didn't return our request for comment. So let's take a look at this stuff that he's got up here. So this is him at school. Frederick Norby says, F Trump and F you for voting for him. Let me take this off the bottom. You guys need to see it there. I think we're at the moment where assassination is at least a talking point. Now, hey, FBI, I know you guys, well, at least up until the 20th, you guys used to watch this show like crazy because you would knock on my door every time you heard something you didn't like. Where are you? Where are you? You think that he's talking about Trump? He's talking about our president of the United States. And some of you FBI agents are on the chopping block right now. You better get to work and go after the ones that want to assassinate Trump. It might just, when they're going down that list, it might help you out a little. It might. I'll tell you what, if I was going to fire you and then you went after somebody that wanted to assassinate me, that'd be 2 points for you. So get to work. Get to work. This was from Andy No, and we knew this was going to happen. I told you when Trump did the executive order for not just the gender mutilation, but the men's out of women's sports. I told you Governor Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Rob Bonta, who does not give a care about your kids, would be against this and would use my tax dollars to sue the federal government. Well, Andy No reports, and we got more on this. School sporting bodies in Democrat-dominated California and Minnesota have announced they will not comply with the president's directive to keep males out of women's sports, citing their own liberal state laws on gender self-identification. Now, we know federal laws trump mental illness laws. Federal laws trump state laws. Take a look at this one here. This was another one, and I told you it would happen. Breaking California Attorney General Rob Bonta told a hospital. So there was a hospital in Los Angeles that came out 2 days after Trump stopped the gender mutilation of children 18 or younger. And they said, we because of the executive orders, we are no longer, putting testosterone in little girls, chopping off boys' penises. We're not doing any of that. And of course, California Attorney General Rob Bonta told hospitals to ignore Trump's executive order and to continue providing puberty blockers and sex change surgery to minors, or they will be in violation of discrimination law. Could you imagine that, guys? Let me get this back up so I can see your comments. Can you imagine that? I can't. I want to pull up the letter here. And I love the title is Gender Affirming Care. You know how you affirm someone's gender? By telling them if they think they're the opposite sex, tell them they're confused. Get them counseling. Get them the help they need. Stop doing this. I mean, we've seen with USAID, and we're going to be talking about USAID in a minute again for like the 4th day in a row. We've seen how they funded all this stuff to make other countries as disgusting as the Democrats' minds. It says the Attorney General's office is aware of concerns about gender affirming care being impacted by recent federal government actions attempting to restrict federal funds to recipients of federal grants, including the availability of federal financial assistance regarding the provision of gender affirming care. On January 28, 2025, the Office of Attorney General of California, along with 22 other state attorney generals nationwide, filed suit in federal court to halt the federal government's illegal efforts to freeze such federal funding. Trump will win on this. And again, it sucks that there's going to be some hospitals that permanently destroy a child. It'd be nice if we just cut this off completely and any doctor, any therapist, or anybody that's going along with this was put in prison, put on trial for child abuse. And I mean, it's a human rights violation. It's just bad. It's just bad. And what we are seeing here is exactly what I told you would happen. With we got some stuff from Governor Pritzker too today that you'll really like. It says this was another one. UMMC is still offering transgender treatments for children as young as 10 years old on their site, which includes access to hormone therapy, puberty blockers, and gender-affirming surgery. Strip them of their funding. I would go a little farther than funding. These people have licenses to run. And I don't care how big the hospital is. If that is your priority, then your priority is not taking care of patients. But what do you know? Now we're going to get into some of the Doge stuff, the USAID. Take a look. Take a look at this. Oh, Sansia, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Welcome in. Happy birthday. I won't sing to you because I don't have a singing voice. I did when I drank. I just haven't drank in quite a few years. In case you missed it, look at Hillary Clinton and how they are talking about these airlines and how plane crashes. And I know we haven't got into the Black Hawk that went right directly into an American Airlines plane and talked about the pilot, the lesbian pilot who spent a lot of time in the White House with Joe Biden that was flying above the regulation and the rules for her to fly. There's just been so much more to cover. But Hillary Clinton, wanting to lie to you, said U.S. Airlines had gone 16 years without fatal crashes. Then MAGA fired the FAA fire chief, gutted the Aviation Security Advisory Committee, and threatened air traffic controllers with layoffs. Now there has been 2 fatal crashes. Hope your unvetted 22-year-old can fix these things fast. Sounds like some, but we have a fact checker, and that is Secretary Sean Duffy. And I just love his response to this. Take a look. Says, I know you're lashing out because Doge is uncovering your family's obscene grifting via USAID, but I won't let you lie and distort the facts. The FAA administrator announced he resigned over a month before Trump took office, and the air traffic controllers were always exempt from Trump's civil service buyouts. The previous administration shamelessly used US DOT as a slush fund for the Green New scam, throwing away money and resources on wasteful environmental and social justice projects rather than updating our nation's antiquated air traffic control system and other critical infrastructure. I'm returning this department to its mission of safety by using innovative technology in transportation and infrastructure. Your team had its chance and failed. We're moving on without you because the American people want us to make American transportation systems great again. And yes, we're bringing the 22-year-olds with us. Can I say I love this administration a little bit? Just the facts, just the calling out of truth. I just think it's wonderful. And I just think it's absolutely marvelous, especially when you see some of these things that are going on right now. Check out Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters is currently accosting random federal employees outside the Department of Education. So since Doge has exposed a lot of the grifting through NGOs and what do you want to call it? The Democrat slush fund. Take a listen to this woman.
He won't let me see it again. Look them in the eye. Come on, hold your face up. Look at him. Let him see you. This is him. Look at it. What's your name? Tell us your name. Give me that ID again. So what?
I showed you the ID.
You do what?
I showed you the ID.
Could you let me see the ID again? Huh?
No.
So she wants somebody who's security at a federal building that's not letting her in that federal building to show ID, but she doesn't want people who are in this country illegally to have to show ID to vote. Make it make sense. Take a listen to this bat crazy woman.
No? Will someone else ask him for the ID? He won't let me see it again. You didn't see it. You didn't see it. They didn't see it.
My God. Again, this is another reason for term limits. I guarantee those two people that are going after him probably have to drink through a straw. That wasn't the end of it. And it gets better. Take a look at this right here. Take a listen to this woman. They always bring up the disabled and the children. I think it's kind of funny they do that because they weaponized the FBI when we were activists and parents were going to school board meetings to protect our children. We were actually doing that when the government wanted to force your children to take an experimental vaccine that did nothing for your children but give your child side effects. Where was these ladies at? Take a listen.
Advocate on behalf of your children. You are not allowed to come into this building where you pay taxes. Parents who have children who are disabled, access is being blocked. You voted for members of Congress to advocate on behalf of your children. Children with disabilities, for young women who have been victims of sexual assault in our classrooms, on our school grounds. Members of OCR are fighting for your children. We are not allowed in the building to talk to them. We are not allowed to advocate on behalf of America's children. America, we have a problem.
Now, everybody.
Yeah, we do have a problem. The fact that Doge has uncovered a whole bunch of fraud, and this is the hardest I've seen Democrats fight in my lifetime. They didn't fight this hard to impeach Trump. They didn't fight this hard to win an election this year. But as soon as we're getting rid of the bureaucracy, the slush fund, the people that pad their pockets, this affects unions, like the teachers union who literally held your children hostage. Remember LA? Literally held your children hostage for more money to come back to the schools and teach during COVID. Yeah, this is getting good. This is getting good. Take a listen to this one.
He's not a U.S. employee.
Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide? All right, well, you just stay right there then. You just stay and stand.
Why are you letting us go to that desk like we were able to do last year?
He's not a U.S. employee.
This is a public institution. Did Elon Musk hire you? Who do you work for? Who do you work for? Are you not aware of?
Who do you work for? Did Elon Musk hire you? And he just sits there calmly and she says, are you prepared to stand there all night long? He's all, yeah. I just love it. They did have to end up getting police involved. But I mean, think about what has Maxine Waters ever done for her district? We've been through her district. The poverty rate there is through the roof in her district. She doesn't care about children, nor has she ever. Speaking of this, listen to Trump. Trump met with the Prime Minister of Japan today. Take a listen to what he says about USAID. And we got some great video of that that's really triggering liberals. There might be a flood watch with all these liberal tears.
What we're doing, if you look at what has just taken place with respect to some of the investments that have been made on another agency that people have been talking about for years, but nobody did anything about it. It's absolutely obscene. It's bad, very costly. I mean, virtually every investment made is a con job. There's nothing of value to anybody unless there's a kickback scheme going on, which is possible. And we're going to be doing more and more of that. We're going to be looking at Department of Education. We're going to be looking at even our military. We're going to be looking at tremendous amounts of money, Peter, being spent on things that bear no relationship to anything and have no value. We're talking about trillions of dollars. It will be, in the end, trillions of dollars being absolutely wasted, and perhaps illegally. I would say certainly in many cases illegally, but perhaps illegally overall. And I'm very proud of the job that this group of young people, generally young people, but very smart people, they're doing. They're doing it at my insistence. It would be a lot easier not to do it, but we have to take some of these things apart to find the corruption. And we found tremendous corruption.
Finding tremendous corruption. And it gets worse. You know, when they're talking, that they're lying right now and telling you that Elon Musk has your social security number. He has everything about you. We've had no problems. This was from Amuse. It says Democrats in Congress didn't seem to mind that China had remote access to every workstation in the Treasury as recently as December. Now, a month later, they're freaking out that Trump's appointees are accessing the very same computers, demanding violence in the streets. This is all factual. This is all a government record. That's right. China had remote access to every workstation in the Treasury as recently as December. Was Democrats at their doors? Was Democrats saying we need to protect our privacy? No, not at all. And listen to Stephen Miller talking about this. And
Mike Walls, the National Security Advisor.
I love Stephen Miller.
Use of the term unelected is really quite remarkable here. Donald Trump was elected in an overwhelming landslide. These are Donald Trump staffers. In the sense, like saying that Mike Walls, the National Security Advisor, is unelected, or Susie Wiles, the Chief of Staff, is unelected, or Donald Trump's communications team is unelected. This is presidential staff that serves at the pleasure and for the president, just as I do. I am a staffer for the president of the United States. He is elected. He is the one the American people have chosen to implement his agenda. This is the agenda the American people voted for, that he is asking his staff, his subordinates, his employees to implement. The unelected power in this country is the rogue bureaucracy. USAID is unelected. The FBI that persecuted President Trump for 8 years is unelected. The CIA and those who have laundered intelligence to try to change the foreign policy of the United States are unelected. President Trump is restoring democracy by controlling the federal bureaucracy. There is one man in the country who is elected by the whole American people to implement an agenda they support. That is the president. Every other officer in this country, members of Congress and senators, are elected at the state or local level.
Let me ask you.
The Constitution puts one man in charge of the federal executive branch, and that's the president.
I understood.
If anybody needs an education in anything, that would be the video that I would show them. Let's see here.
Are you prepared to stand here all night if we decide?
Those really quick as we move on and show you some of the beautiful pictures outside of DC, and then we're going to get into some of the immigration stuff, the illegals, people being beat on the streets of Los Angeles. It's just horrible. I like this here. I like this here. I seen this. It says Trump's freeze on foreign aid has hit the Jesuit Refugee Service, one of the biggest players in mass immigration in Ireland and the EU. Yesterday, they announced that all of their work across the globe has been stopped. JRS Ireland is the group that was providing the tents for migrant tent city in Dublin. They assist migrants entering Ireland and they work on their behalf when they get here. This is a massive development. That is from the website of JRS. Again, we told you when we funded other countries, we funded their invasion as well. The UK, the whole illegal scheme of mass migration was funded by you, the taxpayers. And this is why Democrats are so worried. This is why they are fighting tooth and nail. I love Donald Trump's statement here. USAID is driving the radical left crazy, and there is nothing they can do about it because the way in which the money has been spent, so much of it fraudulently, is totally unexplainable. The corruption is at levels rarely seen before. Close it down. Speaking of close it down, USAID is being removed from the signs at Ronald Reagan International Trade Center in D.C., where numerous federal agencies share office space. Take a look at this. This is great. That's great. USAID is being removed. We got some other ones coming up here. Take a look at this. This is from the Department of Government Efficiency. U.S. Agency for International Development. This is what it looks like now after they took down the sign. You can't get any better than this, folks. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to tell you right now. And before we go on, again, you got 20 minutes if you want to get into our raffle. We are going to be doing our raffle on the Wheel of Names at the end of this show. And so 20 minutes from now, we've been live for an hour. 20 minutes from now, if you want to get in, let me show you what you are getting in for, in case you guys weren't here. Some of our souvenirs from the inauguration, Donald Trump's inauguration. This is one of the pins, the inauguration pins right here. An inauguration keychain. Let's see, let's get that right. Inauguration keychain. The Trump pin that they were selling there says Trump and fight, fight, fight. This coin, you guys know if you guys were watching us that day and the following day, the DC Gulag was refusing to allow the political hostages out. And what we see here is we saw Eli Crane, a representative out of Arizona, go and fight on behalf of those who were pardoned, but the DC swamp wouldn't release. And when I talked to him and shook his hand, he gave me this. This is a congressional coin. It has the eagle on one side, and it says Congressman Eli Crane, United States House of Representatives. And on the other side, it says, we the people, evil triumphs when good men do nothing. 118th Congress, Arizona 02. So that's one of the, this is probably the best thing in here. We also have a Trump pin here. Thank you, Jan Garner, for that. This is just a little Trump pin. The bracelet I wear all the time. This is my last one. J4J6. Justice for Ashley is justice for all. And also a Make Speech Free Again hat, the Oreo Express hat that we've been using since our inception. You either get MAGA red, camo, or the pink. And that can be autographed if you want. And then also a $30 gift card to our shop, theoreoexpress.com. Let me show you that here. The Oreo Express. Did Did I kill it? No, the OreoExpress.com, which has all kind of great products. It will include free shipping. So most shirts are under, I think all are under $30. And here it says, you know, like our Ending of a Nightmare shirt, all that. We have all kind of Trump gear. So all those items go to one winner at the end. If you want to get in and put your name in the hat, every $10 donation gets you one entry. You can get 3 entries if you do $30. All you got to do is donate on Venmo at Oreo Josh, Cash App, $ Oreo Army, GiveSendGo.com/Oreo 2024. Or if you use Zelle, you can do Zelle, and there is a link on our website. So you just head over to the OreoExpress.com, and there's a donate now button that'll have all those links. You got 20 minutes. And again, thank you guys for everybody supporting us. We are 100% viewer funded. That's the only way we keep the lights on. Okay, let's go here. I love, again, the Democrats, how they're sitting here saying, well, this $2 billion is going here to help other people. Again, we have the highest homeless rate in the United States in the history of our countries. So they're trying to make Americans victims now. One of the ways they're doing that, USA currently being shut down by Elon Musk, purchases about $2 billion a year of rice, wheat, lentils, and peas from American farmers. Read that again. So what they're trying to say is they're shutting down those farmers that were being paid with your tax dollars and sending this to people that weren't Americans are going to be hurting $2 billion. That, first of all, it's not the truth. Secondly, we have a lot of hungry Americans. And if we want to use that $2 billion that we used to feed foreign countries, and again, USAID is not being completely dissolved. There is some good programs. That's what they are evaluating. We are a very generous country, and we will always help out other countries. Now, that doesn't mean funding a transgender opera. Those kind of things, giving, Hillary Clinton's daughter over $80 million, those kind of things are what we want to cut out. But I can imagine what $2 billion in food would do to our people in poverty here in the United States. As I talked about, let me see that really quick. Maxine Waters District poverty rate. It's a horrible district. We've been there. Let's see. The U.S. Senator is Alex Padilla. Medium household income. I'm trying to look at something. Over 20% poverty rate. That's actually an old statistic. How about uscensus.gov? Seeing if there was more. So if we want to help out and use American taxpayer dollars to put America first, that's the first thing we could do. And again, check this out. U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Ed Martin. We've seen that the left and the fake news went after and started doxing the Doge employees, anybody that's pretty much on board. They're trying to go back to their 2016 ways, which has failed. And I want you to read this letter that he put out. It says, Dear Elon Musk, Mr. Steve Davis, thank you for the referral of individuals and networks who appear to be stealing government property and are threatening government employees. After your referral, as is my practice, I will begin an inquiry. Please let me reiterate again, if people are discovered to have broken the law or even acted simply unethically, we will investigate them and we will chase them to the end of the earth to hold them accountable. We will not rest or cease in this. No one should abuse American taxpayer dollars nor American taxpayer workers. No one is above the law. I would have never thought this. Speaking of people that would do that, the USA, and the reason why, this is Catherine Long. This is the one who doxed all those folks that they're talking about. They want, and we're going to show you in a minute some of the protests in LA where they're attacking people in the streets right now. And that's what doxing somebody is for when it comes from the left. Destroy them, have them lose their livelihood, hurt them, assault them. You guys have seen it numerous times. You guys see when we go out and cover stuff, you have the radical left saying, Josh is over here, he's covering this, and they're tagging Antifa and everybody else. That's what they want. They want violence, and that's what they are creating. This says the USAID funded a journal who doxed the Doge employees. Pronouns in bio every time. Yeah, Catherine Long, she, her. Again, which USAID helped funded that. The journal, and read this. This is Raw Egg Nationalist. The journalist who got Marco Ellis to resign from Doge is Catherine Long. I'll put this up on there so you can read along. If you don't know, 2 weeks before I was doxxed last summer, Miss Long sent an email to one of my local farm shops asking the owner to give her my personal details. She said she wouldn't tell anybody how she got those details. In doing so, she broke more than one law in the UK. Here's a transcript of the letter she sent, and I've also attached an image of the letter. Hello, my name is Catherine Long. I'm a journalist for Business Insider. I am reporting Quest, and I believe you may be able to assist me. I have been interested in some time in an influential blogger named Raw Egg Nationalist. Though he is from the UK, he is increasingly prominent here in the US, where he has affiliations with well-funded think tank, the Claremont Institute, and has been featured in Fox News documentary. His primary thesis is that men should eat more raw eggs and more raw milk as part of an ethos of vigorous white male nationalism based on what he describes as traditional values. I'm emailing you because based on photos he has posted on social media, I believe he does much of his grocery shopping, or at least he did at one point, at X Farm Shop. Do you or any of your staff know of a man who regularly buys large quantities of eggs and milk? By large quantities, I mean dozens of eggs a week. He claims to eat more than 10 raw eggs a day. If so, I would be very grateful if you could pass along his name. I'm happy to keep our conversation confidential. I would never tell anyone how I had learned of his name. I expect this is not a typical email for your farm shop to receive. I am happy to chat over the phone to share more about my reporting and why I think this person is such a particular interest. And this said, so, I mean, this reporter just works on contacting a grocery store so she can dox somebody because he promotes eating raw eggs and raw milk. That's not a joke, folks. This is what these people do. Again, this is what the media is up to. We played that CNN clip a little while ago of Big Balls. The things that they consider reporting now it's incredible. It's incredible. Check this out.
And transactions
we know
is either corrupt or ridiculous. And we're going to be doing that throughout government.
We know that they are calling for the deportation of Elon Musk, saying he wasn't born here. He don't have rights here. Everything they accuse the right of doing, that's what people on CNN are doing now, with no kickback from the liberals, by the way. Take a listen to this.
Is Time Magazine still in business? I didn't even know that. Elon is doing a great job. He's finding tremendous fraud and corruption and waste. You see it with the AID, but you're going to see it even more so with other agencies and other parts of government. He's got a staff that's fantastic. He's wanted to be able to do this for a long time, and everybody else knew it was existent, but I think never so much when you look at USAID. That's a fraud. The whole thing is a fraud. Very little being put to good use. Every single line that I look at in terms of events and transactions is either corrupt or ridiculous. And we're going to be doing that throughout government. And I think we're going to be very close to balancing budgets for the first time in many years. I think we're going to be very close to, in addition to monies coming in from tariffs, et cetera, et cetera. But he's doing a very good job. I'm very happy with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Check out this. Again, more winning that the media is not covering. The Japanese prime minister announced that major Japanese car companies will be opening new factories in America. That's American jobs. And take a listen to this because, again, you won't see this on your 5 o'clock news.
And also, there is another good news that I would like to deliver to you. A Japanese automaker, Isuzu, has a plan to create a factory in the United States in the near future.
あるいは先ほど申し上げましたが、トヨタ自動車は合衆国の工場を拡張する、あるいは新設をするという計画を持って近々実行いたします。工場はこの4月から本格的に稼働いたします。
And as I touched upon the example of Toyota, they also have another plan to expand their factories as well as start to operate new factories in the near future. And as far as I understand, there is one factory to be fully operational starting the month of April this year.
More jobs in America. How come we didn't have Biden with leaders? How come we were sending everything overseas when it had to do with jobs? Here's some more on this. $1 trillion in U.S.
to an unprecedented.
Look it. Take a listen to this, guys. Everything you're not going to hear on the news.
Also, with the inauguration of President Trump, the momentum for Japanese investing in the United States is growing even stronger. Today, I conveyed my willingness to cooperate together to elevate Japan's investment in the United States to an unprecedented amount of $1 trillion.
More winning, guys. More winning. I know a lot of people. Won't be hearing this on your regular news. This is some of the biggest news, positive news for this country. And there was more. There was more.
That's
Take
very
a listen
exciting.
to
They're very
this and what this means.
We're talking about the pipeline in Alaska, which is the closest point of major oil and gas to Japan by far. Less than half the distance of any other location. We're talking about a joint venture of some type between Japan and us, having to do with Alaska oil and gas, and that's very exciting. They're very excited about it, so are we. We're talking about the pipeline in Alaska, which is the closest point of
our abilities to export and sell oil and gas to Japan. Remember, we need to be Trump has stated we're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to make this country energy independent. The liquid gold is everywhere. We have plenty of it. We don't need to rely on foreign sources. Instead, we need to export it. And that's what Trump is already working on doing. I just want to, I'm not going to put much effort into this story. I just wanted to cover it because I think it's funny. Democratic FEC chair Ellen Weintraub says Trump fired her and she's not leaving. This is funny, these lifelong appointments. And I promise you, she will leave. It's going to take a little work, but like it made me remind me of, if you're my age, you probably watched Friday at some point, and how you get fired on your day off. Well, imagine getting fired on your day off and not leaving the company. Imagine that, because this person did absolutely nothing for you, the taxpayer. And this came out again. If you're in California, if you're in a liberal state, we'll see how this affects us. I will be signing an executive order next week ending the ridiculous Biden push for paper straws, which don't work. Back to plastic. We've dealt with this in California. A lot of places that went paper straws has reverted back to either a type of lid where you don't need a straw, a sippy cup lid. I think Costco did that. Costco went to paper straws, and they were absolutely horrible. I mean, after 20 minutes of drinking, there's just crap in your drink, and it's all flimsy. It just doesn't work. But let me show you liberals' bright idea. How many remembers this? On kids' drinks in California, a paper straw wrapped in plastic. A paper straw wrapped in plastic. The insanity of liberal policies is out the door, and we love it. Now, we're going to get into some of the immigration stuff and some of the protest stuff going on. But first, what Pam Bondi said about suing the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, and how Illinois is responding. God bless Pam.
And we sued others, and I'm proud to be part of that.
I'm glad to hear that. Let me start with you've cracked down on sanctuary cities. The DOJ has put a pause on all federal funding to sanctuary cities and states. You filed a lawsuit against Chicago and the state of Illinois for being a sanctuary city. Am I wrong in my interpretation that a sanctuary city is aiding and abetting in lawbreaking?
Sean, what they're doing is they are choosing illegal aliens over the safety and security of their own citizens and the men and women of law enforcement who are out there trying to protect their citizens. Not only did we sue today the city of Chicago, we sued the state of Illinois, we sued the mayor, we sued the governor, and we sued others. And let me be very clear, if you don't comply with federal law, you're going to be next.
Boom. Well, let's
What
see
about
how,
those that we now
listen to this again? These people are actively out there saying, you know what? We don't care about our citizens. We're going to put illegals first. These criminal illegal aliens, we're going to put them first. Listen to this.
Which is the home state of the. I think it's a massive effort to distract from what they are doing across the country to take away things that working class, middle class people, families, the most vulnerable really need. Maybe they, as they come and try to attack the state of Illinois, and that's what they're doing. The lawsuits are against laws on the books in Illinois. I mean, unlike Donald Trump, we follow the law in Illinois. Now, maybe they put up with this kind of garbage in Florida, which is the home state of the head of the DOJ. But in Illinois, we have grit. We are tough. We are strong. And Donald Trump has no idea what he's up against when he attacks Illinois. So we're here. We're going to stay here. We're going to keep fighting for lowering costs on people, on building up jobs, on, holding back the tariffs, whatever we can do to make this a great state. We're going to continue to do, despite what they may be doing to attack, again, working families across our state.
So, again, I think he's entering the find out stage here shortly of the FAFO, full around, find out. That's our PG-13 way of saying that. Tiger Jaw got into the raffle. Tiger Jaw got you down for 2. Thank you. Appreciate your support and your blessings to keep us going. Now, listen to what else he did. Now, I don't know. I didn't pull up the crime rate in Chicago, but you guys know. Illinois has a crime problem. They have an illegal alien problem. They have an America Last problem. And look at what he did
To protect itself. I'm here today to make an important announcement. The world's finest geographers, experts who study the Earth's natural environment, have concluded a decades-long council and determined that a Great Lake deserves a great state. So today, I'm issuing a proclamation declaring that hereinafter, Lake Michigan shall be known as Lake Illinois. The proclamation has been forwarded to Google to ensure the world's maps reflect this momentous change. In addition, the recent announcement that to protect the homeland, the United States will be purchasing Greenland, Illinois will now be annexing Green Bay to protect itself against enemies, foreign and domestic. I've also instructed my team to work diligently to prepare for an important announcement next week regarding the Mississippi River. God bless America and bear down. Thank you.
So again, he thinks making America dominant again and being the world's leader, which we are not right now. We're on our way there. He wants to, I guess, make fun of that. I promise you, as far left as these people are and as bad as they think this is going to work, it's not, because more and more they're getting exposed. More and more they are out there getting exposed. I want you to watch this video. Now, we've covered CARE, the Centers on American Islamic Relation. We said what they've been for, partners with the Muslim Brotherhood, terrorist supporting organization that should be eradicated out of the United States, and I think they will. Look at this. Noura Shalash, Director of Government Affairs for CARE's Kentucky branch, has been caught assaulting Jews in New York City. And listen to what she says. Listen to what she says, guys. If this isn't terrorism, I don't know what is.
Abdul Karim, Abdullah, Imran, Muhammad Shalash.
Okay, Nora is yelling at a visibly Jewish man because she thinks he has anything to do with Israel. What's the purpose? What's the purpose of this? What's the purpose of this? Why are you accosting this man? I'm sorry, I don't want to get you on the phone. Is it because you're just an anti-Semite? Did I miss something? Have you wronged this woman in any way? Other than the fact that you're a Jew? I'm a Jew also. What are you going to do to me?
Fuck the Jew.
Fuck the Jew? Hey, wait, hold on, wait. Here's my chai, and here's my...
Say that, bitch. Say that, bitch.
Nora, is that your name? Because you're...
Nora.
Nora. You're a very sophisticated young lady. I'm glad you love Jews so much.
I love Jesus. And you all dishonor the Virgin Mary and call her a whore.
Nora,
you call her a whore, you bitch.
Laura,
you call her a whore, you bitch.
Laura, I don't like you in that way.
Are you pausing it and redoing it?
No, don't touch my. Hey, don't touch.
I'll touch it if I want.
No, you won't. No, you won't. Because you will not.
Take me to prison, bitch.
Nora, you just assaulted me in my own lobby.
Go for
it. She's kicking me now.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you're kicking?
Yeah.
Come assault me, Nora.
Listen to what she says.
What do you think? You don't think the Jews are strong, Nora?
No, I think you're fake.
We're all fake?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, Nora. You messed with the wrong Jew today. You messed with the wrong Jew today, Nora. What am I? I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to act like a civilized human being, like I am. And I'm going to film you and show the world what an animal you are. Actually, you're not even an animal. Animals actually have purpose in their actions. You just are a hateful bigot. Who is this woman? What is she doing? I don't even know. This is insane.
I'm not leaving.
This is what Jews in New York City have to deal with.
Listen to what she says.
In a place of business. It's my office, Nora. Okay?
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving.
She got it here? No. No, she was physically.
Okay, there's more. I got to find the other part. I don't know why it was clipped off that one.
Abdul Karim.
This is absolutely insane. Again, They're exposing themselves. I think it's this one.
What's the purpose?
I demand jihad.
This is insane.
أنا اسمي ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين.
I'm just hoping that this person has a mental.
للمتقين. I demand jihad. I demand jihad. I want ISIS to kill all of you.
Okay.
All right, somebody call the cops.
I think
Inspiring.
I demand jihad. I demand jihad. I want ISIS to kill all of you. This person should. This is the problem with legal immigration: is we allow these people into the country in the first place, whether they're here legally or illegally. I've said for a long time. Again, American values need to be strong, and if you're just in your office at work and this terrorist is out there, this person needs to be put away for a long time. I mean, I demand jihad. You know what? Go back to your goat fuckers over there. Go to your country and go demand jihad over there. Send her to Gaza. Send her to Gaza. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. These people are beyond help. They hate America. They hate Jews. They hate everything America stands for. And again, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I won't read this, but I actually posted that. It says, deport this bee. Woman arrested for replacing American flag with Mexican flag at Hart Park. I want you guys to see this. This is in Bakersfield, California. This is in Bakersfield, California. Let me see if it pops up here. Here we go. So this woman.
Come here.
Okay, my people. You're not gonna tell me what to do. This is Mexican land. Look at that flag, because that flag isn't on the floor, is it?
Hey.
Is it?
Hey.
You can't say I'm disrespecting. No, esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra. Esta es mi tierra.
Come here.
Okay, my people kill you.
Turn around.
I'm going in peace and you're hurting me and you're gonna regret it when you okay.
Hey.
Touch me, my when your kids die. When your kids die. You're squishing my hand and they already know. You don't need to take me.
Stop for
Take me. Take me. Take me. Take me.
She's all right. We'll get her. Stop.
All this happening this morning around 9:30. The Kern County Sheriff's Office says 24-year-old Crystal Aguilar cut the chain securing the flagpole at the entrance to the park, removed the American flag, threw it into the mud, and replaced it with the flag of Mexico. When park rangers attempted to detain Aguilar, she responded with a slew of threats. She was taken into custody and booked into jail on several charges, including threatening a peace officer, vandalism, and resisting arrest.
Now, we are going to be following this one closely. I'm going to need some of you guys. I'm going to get all the information this weekend. I'm going to need letters to the judge. Again, this person cannot be let off with a slap on the wrist. Hopefully that person is illegal. I'm hoping that person and ICE is going to be waiting for her outside either the courthouse or the jail. I tried to pull up the jail records, but it takes too long to load. So I'm going to be doing that. Again, this is why even legal immigration is a problem. If she is legal here, when you have people that are actively against allegiance to your country, that does a disservice to American citizens, our children, and everyone else. But there is going to be much more from the Oreo Express on this one. You wait and see. You wait and see. Again, I couldn't pull up hardly any other information on this. Yesterday's flight to Guantanamo Bay transported murderers and vicious gang members off American streets. That was from Secretary Kristi Noem. She says, I'll be in Gitmo shortly. Again, they are fighting this. That's why you see what you've seen in the last two videos. This is good news, guys. This is good news. Check this out. So Democrats are going crazy. An illegal transgender from El Salvador was lured out of his home by his parole officer and arrested by ICE in California. He served 17 years in prison and is now living comfortably in California as a trans woman. He was told he's being deported, and California liberals are furious. This post is from Wall Street Apes. Watch this.
26th, shortly. It seemed like a simple request by a California parole agent in Montebello.
I just need to sign that I've been here and I go and that's it.
But it turned out to be a ploy designed to lure Natalie Marinero out of her home and into the custody of ICE agents.
You know, it's hard to find the words to say how the government called here and tricked Natalie and lured her outside and had ICE waiting for her.
It happened on Sunday, January 26th, shortly after 10 in the morning. Natalie, a transgender woman from El Salvador, was living at a new way of life, a facility for formerly incarcerated women. In 2005, Natalie was convicted of second-degree murder and was sent to California State Prison.
She paid 17 and a half years. She paid her.
I'm going to correct this woman. She didn't pay. You and me, the taxpayer, paid for 17 and a half years. And now that she's in her transitional home, we are still paying. Someone lost their life. She was in this country illegally, and now she's going home.
Debt to society.
After you were detained, what did they tell you?
They told me that I was getting deported, and I said, why are you going to deport me? If you can deport me, I'm going to get tortured in my country.
Natalie's been making great choices, really working on herself, internally, externally, like the whole package.
Susan Burden says she's called the California Parole Office, and she says her calls have been ignored. She's also notified state legislators. They told her they are outraged and they will investigate.
Investigate. This is what I mean. Democrats putting murderers that are in this country illegally and have lived off the taxpayers the entire time. That's costed us more than $1 million. 17 and a half years. Now, time to go. Time to go. You took one of ours. Time to go. I thought this was great. Border Patrol agent sees $19 million worth of meth in a shipment of jalapenos and cucumbers at Far International Bridge, which crossed into Texas. CBP confiscated 8,206 packages of meth and 26 packages of heroin. Not to forget, when we were looking around, there's actually an anti-Border Patrol, anti-federal government protest there tomorrow. You can't make this up. Now, I don't know how you would act if you had deportations in your neighborhood or, criminal, where our ICE department is picking criminals up off the streets. I have kids. I don't want them to be on the streets with American criminals or illegal criminals. I think, I've been for a long time for multiple types of justice reform. I think there's people in prison that don't need to be there. And I think there's a lot of people out on the streets that need to be in prison. I don't know how.
Hell
you
yeah, brother.
Take a look at this.
ICE is. No fucking way. Hell yeah, yo. I love it, dude. I love it. I'm loving it. It's ICE. It is. Dude, I fucking love it. Thank God. I've been waiting for this.
Yo, dude.
Holy shit.
They got the ICE motel too, right?
Do they really?
Yeah, sure.
I saw the lights and I'm like, yo, no fucking way is it ICE. Holy fuck.
It's about time we got some justice.
Hell yeah, brother. Good for you. Be warm out there, okay? Holy shit, they stopped the whole bus. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh my God, no way. They stopped the whole bus.
So that sounds like those people are a little excited, and it sounds like in there, if you listen, the guy in the background says they got the motel too, and he says it's about time, some justice. Hell yeah, brother. I seen that, and that kind of, I think, how a lot of Americans feel. Now, before I want to put this in there. We've talked about a court case that those people that were weaponized and acted maliciously as part of the FBI or the DOJ, those people are going to be fired. And the FBI is running scared. They've got attorneys. They're suing. Right now, there's a stay on releasing their information. A judge has put a hold on any of that stuff. Listen to President Trump today when
are you planning to fire
CNN
the
asked
FBI?
her a question.
FBI has turned over a list to the Justice Department of the FBI agents who worked on the January 6 rioters cases. Are you planning to fire the FBI agents who worked on those investigations?
No, but I'll fire some of them because some of them were corrupt. I have no doubt about that. I got to know a lot about that business, that world. I got to know a lot about that world, that we had some corrupt agents, and those people are gone, or they will be gone, and it'll be done quickly and very surgically. Did you have a question?
Quickly and very surgically. And we're excited about that. We know we've been harassed. Many others have been harassed.
FBI has turned over a list to the Justice Department of the FBI agents who worked on the January.
Take that off. Can't stand Collins's voice. Also, before we get into some of the breaking protest stuff, the Pentagon is deploying an additional 1,500 active duty troops to the southern border, bringing their total to 3,600 troops. This is per the AP. This was from America's first, protecting our borders, keeping the fentanyl out, prosecuting those who are in the country illegally, those that are drug trafficking. Now, let me pull this up, and we are going to get to our drawing here in a moment. Already an hour and 42 minutes, guys. Let me show you one of, this was from Anthony Cabasa. This was one man who was assaulted in front of the city hall. Someone inside City Hall took this video. Let's take a look at this. Look at him chase him down. Look at these thugs. Look at these thugs with a foreign flag. I told you, BLM 2.0. This is what all these folks have called for. Take a look at that. Wearing a Mexican flag on you, you know, and I tell you, you got to be careful. And I've learned this through the BLM protest. I have a lot of black friends. They don't support this. It's not a brown versus white. It's not. Right now, what you have is anti-American versus American, a battle of good versus evil. So keep that in mind when you see this, because we can get emotional and see things. What we want is justice done. LA probably has a couple million people that will probably be back in their country. And that's where they belong after they do this. If they think this is winning over hearts and minds, if they think this is okay, this is what Democrats have asked to happen. Take it to the streets and fight. It's exactly what they're doing to that person. That's exactly what they're doing to this person. Let me pull up some other ones that I have. This is Julia. Why isn't it?
Hey, come on, stop the fighting. What?
Now you notice they all have backpacks on. This is the scum that attends Los Angeles Unified School District that you taxpayers are paying for them to not be able to read, not be able to look at that. Call an ambulance, he got stabbed. This is what LA schools have allowed to happen. I was talking to my sister yesterday. I'm sorry, these children are stupid. And when I say stupid, I'm not talking about personality. I'm talking about education. And I'm going to bring that up because, once again, I don't want anybody stabbed. But let's look at something. I'm going to pull up Los Angeles School District testing scores. Let's see. I wish I could do it by school where they're coming from. Hold on. Students met, let's see. In math, 32%. 1/3, less than 1/3, met the state standards, with 67, more than 2/3, not meeting the standards in math. These people couldn't figure out how to add $1.99 to 1 cent. And this is the 6th day that they've walked out of school. The mayor, Karen Bass, has done nothing. These protests have gone violent. We've covered it at night. We've done some live streams. They've showed you guys. We've covered this extensively. The tagging going on, the destruction, the assaulting people in their vehicles, the stopping people on the freeway. That blood that was on that kid, that's on the hands of the adults that are supposed to prevent this from happening. A lot of those kids are probably anchor babies. I'm just going to be real with you. Don't sugarcoat anything. I never have, and I never will. They have not been taught to respect America. They didn't realize that taxpayers are paying for them to get that education. Now, it's a horrible education, I'll grant it, because it's Los Angeles and it's a liberal city. They haven't been taught to respect going to school. They haven't been taught to respect what this country was and how our people, how our soldiers have fought for so much. I'm almost getting emotional right now because this is disgusting. Take a look. I'm going to finish the rest. I'm going to back it up just a little. This is their lifestyle. This is what they're raised around. Somebody getting stabbed outside of a LA school is nothing new.
Oh, jeez.
This is what we voted against right here, folks. Let's see. And great job, Julius, man. That was crazy running after those people. But again, I'll show you this one again. These are, quote, anti-ICE protesters. No, they're anti-American protesters. And I'm telling you right now, look at that. That dude should, maybe he's not, he looks like he has was exercising his First Amendment right. He has a megaphone, and I wish he would have had a 9mm with a large capacity clip. That's what I wish he would have had. And again, another reason why Democrats want to take the right away from you to protect yourself. Let's see what else is here, and then we're going to get into our drawing. Wow, almost 2 hours live today. Oh, yeah, here's somebody that got arrested. More white supremacy. More white supremacy, because that's what you've been told by Mayor Karen Bass and all the Democrats in California. You don't have white supremacists hunting down people, destroying this city. Nah, again, you're going to find out a lot of that talk was also funded by USAID. Absolutely crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. I wonder if the Olympic Committee will pull from LA. I don't know. The Olympic Committee, the Olympics are ran by libtards too. If they pull out, they would pull out of the United States because they want men competing against women, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm going to pull this up really quick. Take a look at these folks that are on here right now. I'm going to add some folks right here. Give me 1 second. Oh, no. After old Uncle Bill. Let me see. Okay, let's see here. Pull this up. Let's see who got in today. And again, thank you guys for your donations, keeping us able to pay all the bills. We are extremely far behind. We're going to have to do something really big here in the next week or two, but God will provide, right? That's what I always tell myself. I haven't been wrong yet. Okay, let's go to Venmo. See which ones we got on there today. Come on. We got Bandit 1 on Venmo. Okay, thank you, Bandit 1. We got Red Rover. Thank you, Red Rover. We got, that was for 4. You know what? I want to play some video in the background so you guys, I can't do both at the same time. Not yet. Katie May. Thank you, Katie May. God bless you, folks. That was for 5. Thank you, Katie. If I could type, I would be doing all right. I just got to look over my camera where this is screened at. So get ready. Let me put this on here like this. Let's see. Red Rover for 4. Katie May. We got Haha from last night. Haha got in for 10. Let's see. Cash App. I think it was Kathy Richardson. Yes. Good luck, Kathy. And then let's go over to Zelle. Roxanne. Roxanne won before. Thank you, Roxanne. Let's see. She was in for 5. Did I already get Patricia? Let's see. I don't think we had Patricia up here. Come on. Patricia. And let's go back this way. We had Marcia from Monday. We had Uncle Bill for 2 entries. So 10 for old Uncle Bill. And let me just check Gibson Go really quick. All right. So here's who's in. Gino's in for 2. Dell is in for 1. Renee O in for 5. Rebecca M in for 1. Haha in for 10. Nola in for 1. BB for 5. Melissa A for 4. Sansia for 4. And it's her birthday today. If she wins, guys, I didn't say I can't fix it, or else I would make sure that let's see who. I'd make sure Bandit 1 wins every time. We would just split the cut. BB, Melissa A, Sansia, Jalen for 2, Matt for 1, even though it all came out of Matt's wallet. Marcia C. And old Uncle Bill for 10, Bandit 1 for 1, Red Rover for 4, Katie M for 5, Kathy Richardson's for 1, Roxanne for 5, and Patricia for 1. Any disagreements in the chat? Yes, we got Rumble too. You are right. Thank you. Let me pull that up. I got to pull that up on a different screen. Thank God we have so many screens here. Give me 1 second. And then don't forget, it's not confirmed, but yesterday we might be doing, tomorrow, yesterday. Oh, it's been a long week. Tomorrow we might have 1 or possibly 2 J6ers that were pardoned coming on the show and talking about it. So that will be great. Let's see my dashboard on Rumble. Dang, dude. How do I do this? Hold on. I got to figure this out. Nope. And they moved this around on me. Give me a second. I don't want followers. Let's see. Count overview, I think, is where it is. Yes, subscribers, new followers, and rants. So we got Tiger Jaw in the rants. And that was for 2. Tiger Jaw for 2. Jan Garner for 3. Fairness 2020 for 2. Fairness 2020 for 2. JMS Jeff Michelle for 10. Let's see. Oh, did it delete that one? We'll go Bulldog Jeff. He'll know who he is. My son was in his wedding like 18 years ago, something like that. Mikey Ray for 2. So, Robert, where's Robert Benji? I think he was up here too. Robert Benji for 1. And Mikey Ray for 2 more. And was that it? Let me see when this one was. I think that's it. Yes, that is it that I have there. So it looks like I think I have everybody. Make sure you guys aren't saying something in the chat. Hi, Tammy Jane. Texas RW's got to leave. Don't let the door hit you or the good Lord split you. We're working on contacting ICE for RW too. Get him out of here. So as 6 spins, Jan Garner was first. I was going to ask. You guys already got it down. So we're going to spin this 6 times. We're going to shuffle it 6 times. And everybody's in there. Everybody is in there now. So let's shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where you end up, nobody knows. So let's open this up and do not leave yet because we still got to talk about our political prisoner. I'm going to take this off. Who's ready? Jaylyn. Oh, and Jaylyn's in here. She's in for 2. Matt's in for 1. If Matt's still alive, we don't know. Let's go. Who is it going to be? Oh, you got to be kidding. Sansia on your birthday. On your birthday. She's still in here? Let me look. She was in here a little while ago. I'm looking down. I don't think she's commented in a while. Congratulations, Sansia. I think I have your address already. If not, I will reach out to you. So happy birthday. What a great birthday present. So we do have a winner, guys. That's the wrong button there. So congratulations, Sansia, man. And she's having, I won't say too much, but she's having an excellent birthday dinner with some great Patriots. So that is awesome. I think that's today. Yeah, that is today. So congrats. Let those Patriots know I said hi, Sansia. And we're going to get into this really quick. And again, I started off the top of the show. We need to pray, but we need to contact some folks too. Ben Martin was pulled out of his jail cell at 3 a.m. this morning. He didn't have a clue why. Nobody has a clue why. Unless there's been updates. We've been live 2 hours. A lot happens in 5 minutes right now. And maybe we'll go over some little news here in a minute since we still got you guys on here. But if you guys could pray, this morning at 3 a.m., Ben was pulled out of his cell to be transferred. There's a lot of stuff going online. He didn't know what was going on. He was given numbers to some of the people in the jail. He was kind of distraught this morning, obviously being pulled out of your jail at 3 a.m. And one of those other prisoners called his wife to let him know, hey, they took Ben, and all we seen on the paperwork was air flight. What people are assuming that means is that they're going to fly him to a prison out of state away from his family. So these are the games that they've played with J6ers for a while, folks. I'm going to pull this up right now. And as of 10, when I talked to his wife, There was no communication. Nothing's going. They had no clue. One of his family members, one of his children, was flying in today to visit him at 4:30. This is crap. Okay. So I just got an update. He is in Lompoc now. He was awakened in the middle of the night by the U.S. Marshals and moved from a privately operated minimum security federal facility in the Central Valley of California and taken to the federal prison in Santa Barbara County. And his wife and his children were supposed to visit him today. So he is in Lompoc now. I don't know how that works out. Ben added me to the visitors list. I was going to visit in the next couple of days. We're also at this probably where he's going to stay at for a while. I mean, they're going to move people around. They want him farther away from his family. If you guys could, one of the numbers I want you to write down, and I want you to be polite, is 202. And if the mods can put this in the chat, 202-514-2001. That's U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. Again, 202-514-2001. Leave a message that you are aware of what's going on with Benjamin Martin, that he is still in jail on J6 related charges, and you would like him free. Jan Garner, that's probably close to 4 hours away from his family now. Before it was approximately 2, so it's now doubled. That's the Santa Barbara area. His family lives north of where we are. So, and he was not let out. Roxanne's asking. So, he was pardoned. He wasn't even in jail. So what happened when the feds were politically persecuting people like they did me and him? They came and raided people's house. When he raided people's house, they found guns at his house. He has a previous domestic violence conviction, which, of course, you know how those go, especially in the state of California. And so what happened is, in that conviction, they said you can't own firearms. So I think it was in 2018, he went online to transfer the firearms to somebody else, which was his fiance at the time. He did all that paperwork, but he didn't do it to the state's liking. So the wife had a safe where she had kept the guns. When the FBI went to his house, they asked him for the code to the safe. He says, I don't have the code to my safe. It's not my safe. And so they went in and broke into the safe with the jaws of life. That's what they were looking for. Just like when they came to my house, they destroyed my house because they wanted to find something bad. They wanted to find explosives. They wanted to find some firecrackers that were cut open next to pipes. They want to just get you on something more. Well, they didn't have anything at Ben Martin's except his wife's guns. So that's what they charged him with. So it's a J6 related search. He was pardoned for J6. Again, the only reason they searched his house in the first place is because of the political weaponization. It's considered fruit of the poisonous tree. He has been pardoned for that, not because he did absolutely. You don't get pardoned because you did absolutely zero wrong. Sometimes people did wrong, got pardoned, but it was because of the prosecution and the way they went after people. Now he is sitting, obviously, in Lompoc, and we need you guys to step up and call Pam Bondi, 202-514-2001. And I will be sharing this out again. I'll probably talk to his wife again later today. And I'll find out if I'm on the Lompoc visiting, because I know he added me to the one in McFarland. And this is what they're doing. There's also others: Daniel Ball, Dominique Box, Jeremy Brown, Benjamin Martin, and Edward Kelly. All those folks. Benjamin Martin is a hometown hero as far as I'm concerned in the Patriot movement, and that's why they want him so much. So let's see, before we end this, since we've already been live for 2:10, let's see if there's any breaking news, a new executive order. Let's see what's coming up. Just a lot of left-wing garbage right now. And Ro Khanna talking about big balls, or the person that is now back on the Doge team. And I covered it. You guys not have been here, but JD Vance said, man, you don't end somebody's career or their job because of some stupid stuff they say on the internet. And Ro Khanna said, are you going to tell him to apologize for saying normalize Indian hate before this rehire? Just asking for the sake of both our kids. And JD Vance with the comeback says, for the sake of both our kids grow up. Racist trolls on the internet, while offensive, don't threaten my kids. You know what does? A culture that denies grace to people who make mistakes. A culture that encourages congressmen to act like whiny children. That was great. I don't see, let me see if there's any updated stuff. Let's see if there's any other videos out of Los Angeles. And again, we might be heading to Los Angeles. If we go visit Ben, we might cover some other stuff there here shortly. Still the same ones, Julius. And I'll show you that one more time. This is what Democrats have called for, and this is what illegals in the country are doing to American citizens, hunting them down outside of City Hall. Look at them chase this person and beat them with their Mexican flag in hand. No Democrats have called this out as bad. Not one so far. So we'll end on that note, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Have your notifications on. We could be live out in the field. There's some other NGOs that are here local that we're going to be breaking a story on. Again, my thing right now is there's a lot of NGOs that aren't affected yet, and there's some that get like government funding from the city of Fresno and from the county and stuff. We're going to start breaking those details out so people understand and start putting them on the target, on the radar. Hopefully we can do it this weekend. But also tomorrow we might have some J6 hostages that were pardoned come on the show. So God bless you all. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to go over to mypillow.com, guys. Free shipping right now. Any order, they have the new cross, the chain. Check that out. Watch the commercial as we go out and help support our platform.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our first ever mega sale on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save over 50% on this season's flannel sheets. Queen size only $59.98. Kings only $69.98. They sell out fast every year, so order now. Save 20% on our brand new My Crosses. They're designed in the likeness of the one I've worn every day for over 20 years. They come in men's and women's, and they're made right here in the USA. Get our 2025 six-piece My Towel sets for only $29.98. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. And our best-selling standard My Pillows, just $14.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our first ever mega sale. But wait, remember that $75 free shipping rule? Well, that ship is sailed because right now, every order ships absolutely free.